Oh shit, are we recording?
Yes.
Why are you calling all autistic over there?
Because I am autistic.
Don't mind us. We're just trying out for the next hentai
the best hentai game on the market, Suki Sugoi Dekai.
I thought you were gonna sing the fucking Chica dance.
No, I was going for like Suki Sucky Dick.
Alright, let's start off strong.
We already did.
Y'all have any whack dreams recently? Because I got 2.
I can't say that.
I have a really fucked up one.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't know if I mentioned this at all, but one night, I was sleeping. I woke up because like when you position change, you wake up and you just stare at the wall sometimes. That's exactly what I did. But in my mind, I actually went back to sleep. But my whole dream was just me staring at the fucking wall.
Are you sure you didn't just fucking stare at the wall?
No, because fucking, I actually then I was like, well, what the fuck? I actually woke up and I was like, wait, what?
Woke up and saw a wall.
So throughout my whole dream, it was just me laying there staring at a wall.
And I said, baby. You have any whack dreams, Kyle?
I haven't had any whack dreams, but I have had whack trouble sleeping. Because I was just sitting there at 6:30 in the morning, because that's when I go to bed. And I'm sitting there trying to go to bed, and I'm like finally trying to get some sleep, and then I see a fucking, imagine like big ol' spider, like by big I mean mostly half the size of the room, just staring at me from the side.
Was it So I'm a Spider?
What?
Was it So I'm a Spider?
No. Oh, but
Talking about her recently.
Yeah. It was wild last week, but
Sure was.
Fucking no, I was just. It's just one of those things like when you're falling asleep, and you just start seeing shit because you're not entirely asleep, but you're falling asleep, and whenever that happens to me, I start seeing shit that spooks the fuck out of me. So I'm fucking. I look over and it's just big spider thing. So I kind of like scoot on backwards and almost fall off my fucking bed, and then I get up out of my bed and like shimmy over to the fucking light switch and turn it on. I'm like, there's nothing there.
You know who it
I
was?
already knew this, but I'm glad it's confirmed.
You wanna
What
know
if
who
it
was?
just moved?
Who was it?
It was just Patch the Spider.
Oh shit, he's here to push me over cliffs. Was it actually you?
Yes.
Damn.
Are you sure that it wasn't an actual spider and it just scurried away when you turned the lights on?
Most spiders aren't as big as the entirety of my room.
That's what you think.
That's because it crawled in your mouth while you're sleeping.
It's within me right now. Like when this podcast ends, legs are gonna burst forth from my fucking face.
That'd be fucking
Stop.
metal.
It
No,
would
it's
be.
gonna come. It's gonna cut your stomach like a cross, and then just burst out and kill us all.
You see, but it could like sprout the legs out of like my like mouth and eye holes, and then like starts walking and like lifts me up,
What if?
and I'm like dangling around under it, going bah.
What if the legs come out of your butthole and you're just dangling on there while it's walking?
You get goatseed by a spider.
This would not be ideal. Please, if that happens, just shoot me.
Please, spider inside me, please don't do that.
Spider, please do not.
Alright.
Goat see me.
So I had 2 whack dreams. I'll say one and then Q can say one of his if he's had one, and then I'll go back to my second one. I had a dream recently that it was just zooming in on Larry Lobster, and somebody was like delivering a philosophical speech. I can't remember any of the words of it though. And like Larry Lobster was just kind of standing there with a smile. And then another Larry
Like, are we
Lobster-
talking Larry Lobster from SpongeBob?
Yes.
Okay.
And it was just a white background, just nothing there but Larry Lobster. And then another Larry Lobster walks in, starts kissing his neck. And then another Larry Lobster walks in. It's slowly zooming in on him the whole time. So by the time the next one comes in, it's like about his chest level. So you see the other Larry Lobster come around, wrap his hand around that Larry Lobster's hip and start like he leans down and you start hearing like sounds, you know. And then another one comes up from behind him, like he just kind of pops up from behind him. He didn't walk in, and he starts rubbing his shoulders.
With claws?
Yeah, with claws. And like by the end of it, it said like the only last words that I remember of the speech. It's like zoomed in on Larry Lobster's eyes, and his face gets super detailed and realistic to an actual lobster's, and it says, "This is where I die." And I woke up
Like me, lobster.
You're fond of me, lobster.
You're fond of me, lobster.
If I had a lobster,
It's
I'd
a-
suck its dick.
It's a sign.
I wish that fucking Willem Dafoe just for one day worked at a Red Lobster and he'd like be delivering people's meals and then he'd walk up and be like, "You're fond of me, lobster."
Order the crab.
Q, you got any whack dreamers?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Just one. It's very simple. I was on a date in my dream with a woman. Now, isn't
Gee, that
crazy?
sure is strange.
Isn't that crazy? Because I actually...
Is this the same one you told last time?
No. It's a new one.
Man,
But it's crazy.
you have better dreams than I do.
It's crazy because it's scary and it's not going to happen.
Hey.
That's because I hate whip.
You don't have to censor women.
That's the new...
Every time my heart palpitates.
One of these days, you will find a death on the air.
Old Rick, it'll be too much for old Rando. He'll fucking collapse.
Rando Calrissian.
Yeah, right before your eyes.
Rando.
Anyway, my next dream was I was walking around in a place that was obviously a preschool, and nobody else was there before any of you start making pedophile jokes or something. Just to beat you to the punch, because I saw your guys' eyebrows fucking perk. But
Okay, Mr.
I was
Rosenbaum.
walking around in a preschool, like, you know, kind of yellow fluorescent lights, and like
The
drawings
gross
all over the
kind,
walls and stuff, like crayons and stuff. And then I walk up to just a human-sized crib in the middle of the room. And like it's got a big mesh thing that goes all the way up to the ceiling. And Silent Night is playing, but it's like a loud orchestral one with fucking opera vocals and shit. And it's like Silent Night. And then I see a figure stand up from the bottom of the crib. It is the outline of a man with a beer gut. And he puts his fingers between the curtain thing and he rips it apart, and all I see is his big man titties. And then he kind of presses his face against it. I see a being that is completely gray and like big bulging eyes and like bottom lip hanging down. And he steps out of the crib and it looks like a demon possessed King Ass Ripper and like gray fur all over, just staring at me. And like this is when fucking Silent Night is at its peak, and it's like sleep, and I'm just staring at it with my hands in my pockets. And like, you know how you know the feeling you have when you're in a dream, like you can feel love or sadness.
Yeah.
I felt pride in that moment.
Pride.
That would be something.
Like
you
I
fucking
remember
feel.
like scrunching my lip, and I'm like nodding and stuff. Like, yeah, this is it.
I have made
And
it.
it's just staring at me, and it's like zooming in on its face. And I think I've come to the conclusion that being was my son.
Which is why you should never breed.
Exactly.
This is why our dreams should never come true.
It's not even. I don't even think my dreams are like super whack. Honestly, I feel like everybody has dreams that are whack like that. It's just I remember them all for some reason.
Fair enough. I need to get in the habit of writing down my dreams again.
See,
when
you
I
just
have 'em.
forget it in the first 10 minutes in the morning. Even I'm sure when you're writing it down, you'll probably forget.
Oh
the
yeah,
majority of
because
it.
I used to write a few down, and I would be forgetting them part way through.
I don't understand why that happens. Like,
Cause brain dumb.
Brain doesn't view them as like worthy of remembering. It's just something to like
Yeah,
occupy
fabrication.
your thought
random
space.
access memory.
Mm-hmm. Because like,
computer terms.
how many dreams have you probably had that you can't even like think of remembering? Like, there's ones that are just like on the proverbial tip of your like brain tongue, where it's like, yeah, I remember something about that, but like you can't remember anything about it. And then there's other ones that you just have no recollection of at all.
Yeah.
Can I say a pretty whack dream?
Sure, man.
I don't remember when I had it, but God, was it weird. It was probably just like a normal life kind of deal, but I ended up having sex with a lady. But here's where the fucked up part comes in.
It wasn't a lady.
No, everything was pixelated.
What?
Like her boobs, her pussy, all that was pixelated.
Oh, I thought
So she was censored.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying like suddenly you all became like 8-bit.
No,
Like 16-bit Tyler's out here getting some fucking
it was
8-bit
fucking
pussy.
weird because as the fucking cum comes out of her pussy, it's pixelated as well. I was like, I woke up like,
So she
what
was,
the fuck?
So she was Japanese.
Wait, you say he said she?
Yeah.
She? That's fucked up.
You never know. It's a dream, right? You could be mistaken.
I remember having one dream where I was just on my street and I like eagle-eyed viewed some dude down the street. It was actually like a kid. He was young, probably like grade 6, 7. And I was really angry at him because I knew he was a total bastard. So I sprinted down the street, tackled him, and beat the shit out of him. And that was the entire dream.
I want to name a name, but I shouldn't.
I mean...
Hillary Clinton.
Eric will just get angry.
Why would I get angry? Oh,
You
wait,
hate
'cause
when I
we-
say names.
Well, yeah, because we gotta censor them.
Yeah, true.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Especially if his name...
Jeffrey.
Especially if his name was Nick.
Nathan.
I had
Nathan Fielder.
I had a whack, like, wet dream once, where like,
Is this a mermaid?
no, that was I don't even think I ever told that one on the podcast, but that one isn't even like worth telling. Honestly, it was just I fucked a mermaid, and it was like the best dream I ever had.
It's definitely not worth telling.
He wants to savor it, okay? He doesn't want it to
Yeah,
get
I don't-
tainted by us.
I don't want anybody
But it
to
can
know
forever be on the internet.
My dream can become somebody
Wait.
else's dream.
So where's the pussy then?
It's where it normally would be, but like
Covered in scales. A scaly curtain.
Hey, you gotta
push
you gotta
back
fight
the
for the
scale.
fire.
but like
Instead of pubes, you have to
the
push
weird
back
one
the
that
scale.
the weird one that I had was like it was fairly standard as far as they go. It's just the lady had a bag on her head, and then like by the end of it, she grabbed the bag, ripped it off her head, and it was my old manager from my old work while I was still working there, and she was like, "I'll see you at work tomorrow."
Listen.
I woke up screaming. I was so perturbed by it.
Listen, hear me out.
I couldn't make eye contact with her the next day.
Did you watch Scary Movie 2 beforehand?
No.
Because there's a scene like that in Scary Movie 2.
That actually reminds me of one dream I had where involving the seduction of a lady. I had met some lady or whatever, and we go into like some bedroom or whatever, and we're foreplay and all that shit, and then just some person walks in and sits in a chair, in like the corner of the room.
You were fucking his wife.
It was me!
Maybe.
Tommy Wiseau!
What are you doing on computer? Go outside. It's beautiful.
But I'm like sitting there, and I look at this person. I'm like, "Can you leave?" And they just looked at me, and I'm like, "Please leave."
It was
And-
Benicio.
And the fucking girl looks and she's like, "Huh?" She doesn't seem to like care, doesn't seem to notice, and I'm like, I am bothered by this. This is not okay. And then it ended with like us getting up and leaving.
The husband just watched you walk out with his wife.
We just left. I mean, you can't fuck while some dude's just watching.
You can. If it's the husband and you're cucking him.
I am not into these things.
I mean, like,
Listen.
here's the thing. I would do it for a nut, but I wouldn't go back. That's
Fair.
how I would view it. Like, if I really want to get with her and the husband's like, yeah, I'm down, I'm like, okay, I'll hit it and then I'll quit it.
Listen
Post
here.
nut clarity be like,
Yeah, I'll punch the guy in the face as I walk out.
no, you'll
You like that too?
No, you'll fucking after that.
No,
You're next, buddy.
Here's what you gotta do. You gotta get to the point where you're about to climax in the girl. You gotta run over to the husband and fucking come on his face.
You know, you can do that. I'm not gonna do that.
You gotta add salt to
Have
the
you seen
wound.
that GIF? Have you seen that GIF?
Probably
There was
like
like
it.
no. There's a GIF of a foursome, and this guy was about to nut. He goes over to his buddy and just comes on his face, and the two girls are just laughing at
Listen,
him.
I remember
Listen.
the one where
What the
he
fuck?
nuts on the camera dude's face.
No, that one was fake. That one was fake.
Listen,
That one was still funny though.
That one was funny, but it was
I
fake.
would do that if I was ever in that situation.
But the best part is, the day after he posts on 4chan, right? He's like, the OP guy posts on, who posted that GIF, posts on 4chan, look at my eye, because he got punched right in the eye.
That-
he's like, it was so worth it.
That also reminds me of this one video I saw, because it was like a Jav porn or something like that, and standard dude fucking girl.
Jav? What's Jav?
Japanese adult video.
Oh, okay.
Normally pixelated.
Yeah, it's often
It's in
pixelated,
64-bit.
unfortunately. But they were fucking on this like collection of like felt stools or some shit,
What the fuck?
rather than like a solid bed. And so when the fucking,
It
of
just
course,
splits apart and she falls through.
yeah,
It's a
that's the
trapdoor.
thing.
Gets fucking shanghaied.
She fucking when they fucking the bit that's important is the end of it, where he like pulls out and he does that thing that they often do in Jab where he goes to run over and fucking come on her face while she's lying there, and then he trips over all of the fucking stools and he just tumbles off to the side and she's just sitting there like, what? What's going on?
The fucking camera pans over to the guy. You just sees cum on his face. Well, I guess I'm the one with egg on my face.
Oh my
Well,
god.
while we're on this disgusting topic,
Oh boy.
Oh no.
what was it like the first time you fucking JO'd? Do you have a story to go with it? Are you willing to tell it?
First time.
Never the
first time-
same. Like,
Like, what did you do?
well, like, I guess technically the first time was just fucking sitting around with a fucking erection or whatever. Like, I'm
What
like,
does this do?
I'm like, wow.
Why my pee hard? Literally.
Fucking, the first time I had ever actually, consciously done it, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then it was never the same again.
Wow.
I remember the first time I did it, I got a big boner, and then like I was just kind of dry humping my couch, and then I was like, something's coming, I gotta pee.
Wait, how old were you guys?
I think I was like maybe 13.
Yeah, 13.
13's normally that time.
13.
The first time I did is when I no.
What the fuck are you talking
Oh
about?
no!
He's very confused.
I achieved my record.
I made cummies.
Is that even the right way to say it?
I don't know, because you haven't finished the statement.
You aren't making sense.
Were you speaking English? Because I couldn't understand.
My record for amount of times doing it in a row.
Oh, you...
So you like did it consciously too?
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time it was like, oh, this feels good. And I fucking kept going. Didn't want it to stop.
Don't stop, don't stop.
And I was watching porn on my PS3 back then.
Bruh,
Those were danger times.
Those were amazing times.
I never had to, because I had a PSP.
It's a horrible porn device.
And the thing is, right, for the longest time, I never used it for that, but it's just like, eventually, like, I'm like, hey.
I wonder if I can search up porn on this thing.
Oh, because I'm sitting there like, I'm not going to search this shit on my
I
computer.
I remember I wasn't even fucking J-O-ing at this point. My friend was like, "Hey, let's
search up boobs."
Yeah, but like he had one of those like big TVs in like a spare room that wasn't even hooked up to anything. So we'd like go behind his TV and look on his like iPod 4 or something, and we'd just be like sitting down, hunkered, watching it.
I remember the biggest fucking disappointment because I'm browsing around on my PSP and the thing, and I remember the way I had found some of these things is I had found a website that allows you to download videos.
Oh.
And
no.
it contained any kind of thing. So you could get basic YouTube videos, or you could get actual porn. And I remember one of them I was watching was like, I had gone to, because you couldn't watch it unless you downloaded it. And so I remember one was titled like The Grand Hentai Adventure. And
I've probably watched that.
I'm sitting there in my young self. I'm like, oh boy, a hentai adventure. And I download it and I go to, and I'm sitting there at fucking night, like house is asleep, and I'm sitting there in my room, lights off, and I'm awake. I'm like, time to watch the hentai adventure, and it was basically a YouTube poop. And I was so disappointed.
I remember
That was the worst disappointing nut.
One time like that, I remember it was on Halo Reach. It was like big boob anime girl for like, you know, those like creative
maps?
Yeah, the custom
Yeah.
maps that you could download. I was like, and then I downloaded it, and there was just somebody typed out pervert really big in the sky, and like it had like explosions going off and stuff, and I was like,
You see, when I saw those ones, they at least had the courtesy to like arrange a bunch of like dropped weaponry into the shape of a naked woman. Or I remember there was one where they had things like moving, so it looked like a weird, really jank dick going into a woman.
I just remember the Happy Wheel days.
You remember when
Happy
Smash came out on the Switch a couple, literally.
oh my god,
The
I remember
fucking
exactly what you're gonna say.
The fucking maps that came out were so gold. What the hell
Didn't like
happened?
Nintendo actually like promote some of them?
Yeah, they did Konosuba, like, they did Aqua, like, shaking her ass. I remember that was, like, the
Yeah, I
most
remember that
prominent
one was pretty noted.
That's so fucking funny.
Alright, what's the dumbest thing you did for a nut, though?
Dumbest thing for
It's
Yeah.
just a nut episode.
Yeah.
Oh
Nut
no,
episode.
nothing.
the nutney. Nothing?
Yeah. You know what, to make
I don't
it...
even know what you
to make
mean
it-
by...
You see,
Like,
the dumbest
you know,
thing.
you put effort into it. Not just like, and then you're done. I mean, like, you actually, like,
Here's the
prepared
thing,
something.
right? I have never gone through all that much effort to prepare some shit for
And
nutting.
that's good. That's the best way you can do it. Because I remember when I was younger and dumber, I was on a good old website that was saying, hey, there's all these great methods.
Gel
And I...
pen?
No.
No.
That's me today. That's for enhancement though, dude. That's different. That's not pleasure.
Man, I just remember calling those numbers like, oh, talk to the local sexy lady.
Fucking phone lines.
You did that?
Yeah,
You did that.
it was funny.
Jesus Christ.
That's
Well, do you
fucking
have any?
whack.
Do you have any like stories to tell? Any like interesting experiences?
Oh God, me and my friend at the time, mind you, my friend's deaf, so it was just that much more funny. And
Was he the one that was talking?
yeah, and this girl really got into it.
What?
What?
It was scary.
Did you like translate for him or like?
Just like
No.
in sign languages.
He could understand it.
Okay.
So he wasn't entirely deaf.
No, he wasn't like your full deaf.
God damn it.
Damn it! I forgot that's a censor word. But yeah. It was a treat. Me after because with stuff like that, obviously you gotta pay for any if you want to do it again.
Okay.
So they give you like a time limit, and the whole 15 minutes was just us talking to the girl. Then I was like, "Oh, call disconnected," and me and my friend laughed like a solid 15 minutes afterwards. Cause oh my, she was screaming into the phone.
Why?
I don't know.
Was she angry or was she like?
She was just into it.
Really into it.
I mean,
What was your friend saying?
I don't remember.
Apparently, fucking something amazing.
You know, all
This
I
was
can
like
remember for effort.
13, 14, Tyler.
Can you? The girl probably knew. It's like, oh, these kids are just young. Why don't I just give them the experience of their lifetime they'll never get? I mean, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure for most of us, the most amount of effort that we went through in the young time was probably like smuggle away tissue and lotion.
No.
Or
finding
during
a hole
shower.
to put my pee in.
No.
I went.
I know what Eric said.
I went crazy.
Are you gonna
Fucking,
talk about the? Can I say it? Can I say what I think
I'm going
it
to
is?
say it.
he's gonna tell the.
He's
truth.
gonna-
I'll tell
But-
it.
Please
You
tell
were
me what I think
there.
it is.
I'll give
Unless you
my
experienced it.
I'll give my most basic example just to set the scene for how fucking whack Eric is. But because I never did all that much. I don't need fucking lotion or anything.
No.
Although I will say the most disappointing nut ever is jerking off in the shower.
Did you get soap in your pee pee?
No, it's just not
I got
enjoyable.
cum in my eye.
That's why they call me Old Cum Eye. I wear this eye patch to this day.
Ow! You're standing up.
I'm a shooter.
They did it off the fucking rebound? What the fuck?
No, it was pointing up.
Why were you looking down at it the whole time? Bro, I hate. Listen, to get off topic, but I hate my laugh, but I love it at the same time.
I mean,
love your
same.
laugh.
I hate my own voice.
I hate my laugh 'cause I think I sound like I have like the fuckboy laugh.
Bruh, I
Like,
fucking...
ha 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 ha.
Apparently,
Anytime I
I
hear
sound
my
like
laugh,
an
I
evil
think about
villain
a
or
fucking
something.
clown.
I don't know.
When I hear my laugh, I think of a pig because I snort. Like, I get that from my mom, but fucking...
I'm fine with
every
my,
so often I
I'm
will.
fine with my regular laugh, but like when I'm really, really laughing, I sound like a clown and I hate it.
That's the best part.
Same, cause when I like dead ass laugh, I apparently sound like a fucking James Bond villain or something. Just-
Anyway, Kyle. continue.
Right.
Well, let me say a little quick disclaimer. I did not cum in my eye. That was just a joke.
Dang, you broke
Bullshit.
the illusion.
Bullshit.
I came in my mouth. Duh.
Obviously. Anyway, I never did anything whack with it. The most strange thing I fucking did was I had this old pair of pants, and the material was very nice and soft, and so I said,
Let me fuck him.
yeah. So that is the most effort I've ever been through to
And you
fucking
never-
to get a nut.
You never wanted to use a fruit like a grapefruit microwave or
That-
anything?
It's a waste of
wanna
fruit.
do
I'm
that.
gonna be honest. Like,
I hate grapefruit, so I'd gladly fuck it.
I would not because it's
Alright.
too much effort, it's money, and it's a waste of fruit. Come on.
So
I hate
I've-
grapefruit, so it's a win-win for me.
This is just a pepper, the worst one. I have grapefruited myself.
This is how you
And I
grapefruit
did-
your man.
Was
did-
it
I did
anyone
the-
worth it?
It was okay. I'll say that. It was okay.
It probably
It-
really
listen.
depends on the hole you made.
It was fine when I was doing it, but after I was like, yeah, this was a waste of fruit. And then the same thing could be said about, the classic banana one, where like you take out most of the banana, or like you squish it up and then you put it in a microwave, and then you use that. Same kind of deal.
I have never heard
What?
of banana one.
Never heard
You've
of that.
never heard the banana one. That one
No.
was like super, super popular.
No, I
I guess I'm not big into the crowds of jerk off methods.
Yeah,
Hey,
And
at
you
least your
shouldn't be, because,
at
like-
least your dick would probably taste and smell good.
And a fucking squished up banana
All
in
right,
the
great
fucking
food,
microwave.
But
great
here's
food.
Bro,
the,
you use the nanner, then you give her the nanner.
Here's the worst one. Okay, I guarantee it's the one that Tyler's thinking.
Please let it be. Please
It
tell
has-
this story.
It has to be. I know it.
All right,
Please.
so
If it's not, I'm gonna jump over this.
I
table.
was looking at some websites, and they were like, okay, here's what you do. You take a jar, and then you cut up marshmallows in half.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I love this story.
And then
It's Tyler's
you,
favorite.
you stick them to the side of the mason jar or the glass or something big enough to hold yourself. And then once they're all the way up to the side, like on like kind of staggered positions, you microwave it so that they kind of like enhance a bit or like get a bit bigger and kind of mold together a bit. And then you use like cornstarch or whatever the fuck you use for like lube or whatever, like coconut oil.
Chocolate syrup.
You don't put it in for too long, and then you just do that. This was when I was like maybe
You're
16. I was 16, 17. This
Yeah.
was my horniest peak. And
You go to horny jail.
He would
have for
this.
I put it in, marshmallows break. It's scalding hot. I did this 5 times.
You did it more than once.
I thought you did it once.
The
Because
story
I was
gets better.
I was like, it has to work. It has to work. I put. I was like, do you have any idea how much I've sacrificed?
Did it get any better?
Whoa. Let me ask
No,
the big
it
question.
never got better. It never once got better.
Let me ask you this then. What came after that? What did you use after that? What was the successor to this development?
Nothing. I reverted back to
Left.
Japan.
Did you? Wait, let's ask the important question. Did you at least nut?
No.
Damn it.
I just ripped my pee out of marshmallow and I was like, oh.
This hurts.
I put the I put the regular hand gauntlet back on. It's like I'll do it myself.
If you will not succeed, I shall do it.
So I can say this. I have seen the ends of time, and I can say it's not worth it. Don't
Like, you
try
can't
it.
even begin to understand. Like, a 16 Tyler first hearing this story over PSN, and I'm pretty sure others were there at the time. We laughed at Eric for like a solid 30 minutes.
This is like the age-old tale.
This was the golden age arc.
It was so
No, this is the Eclipse arc.
Jesus. Wow, I didn't expect that one. You got me there. Jesus.
No one expects it.
Let me ask a question, boys. Since we're on this topic.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever tried to make your own fleshlight?
No.
No.
Yes.
I have.
I
No,
used.
I don't think I have.
I
Didn't
used.
work.
I used a glove and sponges.
That's like the typical one you see.
I
Apparently,
wanted.
ballistic gel works really well.
Yeah, but I don't have access to ballistic gel. The 16-year-old Eric didn't have that. What I wanted to do when I was that age was I wanted to revolutionize it because that's when Orbeez were at their peak as well.
What?
Orbeez.
What is that?
Little
Balls.
gel balls.
Those little Jello balls.
Oh!
They're really like squishy. I was
You
like,
would have
okay.
to really compact that shit to actually
Yeah.
probably feel anything.
You see, I remember, fuck, was it? It might have been Shimonetta. Watching Shimonetta, and there was one episode in that where the characters made a homemade fleshlight, and then in the credits,
They
it
used-
actually taught you how to make
Didn't
that
they
fleshlight.
use cornstarch, or am I thinking of something else?
I'm not sure what
Because
they...
I remember.
I just remember the example they used. They like get something to approximate the size of your member to like make the hole itself, and they used a hot dog, and they fucking stuck it in.
Then how about this question? Have you guys ever purchased one?
No,
No.
I have
to.
never been
Going
into.
to.
I have never been inside a sex shop.
Yes. I bought one from Japan.
Sick. You're a fucking fist bump. I'm
It was
glad I'm
cheaper
no
than
longer
fucking
the only.
buying
I
it
want
from
to
the
buy
States
those
side.
half body ones.
Listen though,
Oh.
I don't use it.
I don't use it
I
either.
do.
It's too much work.
Yeah, it really is.
cleaning
Like,
it out.
that's the thing I always have. I'm sitting there like, is this going to be
There's-
so much better than my own hand for all the
There's-
effort I need to put into it?
That you never know who you're gonna be when the horny takes over.
I know who I'm going to be. I'm going to be me, but horny.
And that's a dangerous being.
Damn, you're right.
Listen, imagine, this is the true fact here. There's someone out there who has the job that has to clean up used toys like that.
No.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah.
It's called
like-
you. It's
I
called
don't want
yourself.
it to be
No,
me.
like, if, like,
in the
say,
return aisle.
you get a flashlight and it's like, oh, it's all busted up, but you also got it for the one nut, and say you don't clean it, and you return it, they literally have someone specifically.
What kind of animal returns it dirty though? Like you
You'd
have
be
to be
surprised. I heard, like, I saw this one. It was like a story
Go to a
based.
sex store and ask them.
It was
What is the worst return policy you've ever seen on a fleshlight?
Deep. All the ladies, I've been to one a couple times, and all the people there have been super nice.
Yeah, because they're just booing.
They know.
Chilling.
They know what everyone's about.
Yeah.
They know why you're
They
there.
don't
You know
ask
why.
questions.
They see me touching the mannequin all the time.
I go there every Thursday.
I remember fucking. This was like one of the because in elementary, I was never big into a lot of the sexual stuff. It was like very late elementary that I got into this shit. I remember grade 5 or 6. I was talking to this girl, and she was the one who, like, I had bad vibes about her. I always did. And I remember she just talked to me because she sat next to me in class. And I remember one time she was just talking. It's like, oh yeah, me and my friend, we put a big dick on a stuffed animal. I'm like, what? She's like, oh yeah, we put a dick on a stuffed animal and we took turns riding it. I'm sitting there like, what?
Do I know this girl?
You probably know of her, but obviously I can't tell you who she was.
I mean, I have friends that are girls, and apparently one of them got gifted a dildo, and I'd say it was a solid 8 inches. Like, you see, like, porn stars, and theirs are, like,
Couldn't
fucking
be me.
12, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, and she's flat out told me, it's like, yeah, I couldn't fit this in. I'm like, whew, thank God.
Hold on.
There's a chance.
Finally, my time to shine.
No, but, like, dead ass. Okay, I'd say the thickness was probably, what's a good analogy for thickness?
Bison grass.
No.
An aerosol
I'd
can.
say it's about like half a centimeter thicker than the tip here. Like it'd be
Of the Ciroc bottle for those that can't see.
so it'd
Yeah.
be about 4 centimeters in diameter
About
or
this.
2 inches in diameter. Oh no, 2
That'd be
inches in
horrifying.
diameter, I'd say. But like, it's like she flat out told me, yeah, I tried. No, it ain't working.
Well, listen. Was she experienced?
Huh?
Was she experienced?
No.
Because I've heard from other girls.
Okay,
'Cause
her
I've
first
done
time. Okay. She's told me about this too, and I mean, she's anonymous, so she probably wouldn't give a fuck anyways. But like, she's told me the first time was a Chinese guy, and even if it was her first time, he couldn't make her bleed.
Oh,
Ooh.
How small is this man's dick? I feel
Now that's
bad.
a roast. That's a fucking roast. If I ever
That
seen
Think about
is
it.
pain.
His dick ain't even 2 inches when hard.
No, it's probably about like
It's-
maybe like 3.5.
that's a
maybe
very
being
sad
generous.
reality. Where like there are some. Everybody jokes, but there are people out there that are like 2 inches hard.
Well, okay, like I'm Asian, right? And I have the shitty Asian genetics for PP length and width. But my parents, before they had me, apparently they were trying for about 3 years.
Oh.
So my dad either saved up a lot and just had it going in one night, you know, just all right.
Q, you're the miracle child.
I just imagine that night playing out. You just like fucking standing there. He sees like a slight nip. You just. It's time.
No, he probably was like he's like edging for like the past 3 months.
It's like he didn't even put it in her. He just fucking fire hosed her.
It's literally that Jimmy Neutron meme where he sprays his mom. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, he
With the white
fucking he
liquid.
shows a fucking turkey baster in his dick.
Yikes.
God.
Yikes.
That's how you gotta
But
do
yeah,
it.
no, Asian genetics does not benefit me, even though I probably won't have a child. So, there's that.
Never need to find out.
Here's where I can say I'm happy. I'm slightly above average.
What is average?
What even is average these
Average
days?
in Canada is 5.4.
Hey!
Alright. Real talk though. Have you people actually fucking measured yourself?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're that pathetic.
No! don't diss me like that.
Tyler, you're pathetic.
Bruh,
Every
Where's the
fucking
ruler
guy does
again?
it.
No! I have never bothered.
You've never bothered.
No!
You never looked at like your trigonometry set or whatever the hell it was? You fucking. You
I was too busy doing that!
It's called a ruler, Tyler.
Not use the ruler, because I know it ain't that big. That's why you said
did
triangle
you
thing.
use the Pythagoras theorem?
You wanted that. You wanted that cubic centimeter volume.
You
of
measured
this-
your shadow.
Shadow dog!
He's like,
Oh no, I'm gonna need a tape measure for this one.
the only thing he learned in trigonometry was how to measure the volume of a cylinder.
You see, Tyler never actually had a ruler. So
You see,
So
Ty-
what was
Tyler
that
was
set called?
he used a sign. He
You mean the
used
triangle one?
he used a
Yeah.
sundial and then
Like it has, like, it had
I
like
think
a-
that was trigonometry.
Yeah.
he
came
used a
with, like, one of those
sundial
15
and then
centimeter
he
rulers.
imposed the
Then a bunch of other stuff.
SOHCAHTOA because he didn't have he didn't have the angle of the hypotenuse. You see.
Yeah.
So he had to use SOHCAHTOA.
Well,
Would it- would it really
you also
be
got, you also
SOHCAHTOA?
gotta account for the curve, you know?
Hey,
Exactly.
would it really be SOHCAHTOA?
Straight as an
Because
arrow.
yeah, because it's straight.
That's where the
it's not
sundial
gonna be a
came in
triangle.
because he was able to find high noon perfectly.
Exactly. But no, I have seriously never done it.
Have you?
Well, yes,
Have
I
you?
have.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Do it when you get home.
Do it right now. We'll do it live.
I want dimensions in Discord chat.
I'll just get all of the fucking proper tools. I'll give you a full report on the length, girth, and curvature.
From the base, not the balls. Get it right.
Wait, I'm gonna do it by the balls?
We don't count the head.
Tyler, are you polluting the data?
Oh no.
We don't count the head. That's too much variability.
You trying to say you got a small head or something?
No, because the size of the head gets bigger and smaller depending on how much you're
How
feeling it.
horny you are.
Yeah.
That's why you
How
got
much you're
big
feeling
down
down
the
to harmony.
When you see more Hondinkaros, you get more hardness.
Oh, this has been an interesting episode.
It sure has.
It's all
been a
about
wild
jerking
ride.
off. We have to name it the Coomenning.
The fappening.
The Fappening. Even better.
The Scring Dang Omblios.
The nut. What do you call it? The nut festival.
The
Nutbuster.
phlegma farming. The smegma farming.
The group Smegma collectivization session starts in 10 minutes.
Smegma community.
Y'all better be cheesing.
Best cats y'all cheesing.
Hey, anybody lacking? I ain't lacking.
Fucking big cheese.
Oh god. So
Are you going to elaborate on that, or are you just going to leave it at that?
He has it right now.
I've been farming for days.
It's been
I just
fermenting.
remember hearing that word for the first time, fucking dick cheese, and I was scarred. Because who here remembers Onage Pranks?
Nope.
Don't.
Huh?
He's a prank caller kind of deal. And he would do gay hotlines. And one of the
Gay
guys
hotline.
was like, oh yeah, I got this dick cheese stored up. It's all in my dick. I was like, what the fuck's dick cheese, man? I don't want to know what this is, but I want to know what it is.
I
Just Google smegma right now.
I remember talking to some people, and they're sitting like, oh yeah, it sucks to be, I'm so glad I'm not circumcised or whatever. And
Y'all cheesing?
other people are like, what do you mean? What's the problem? Like, I don't see what the issue is. Like, bro, you fucking, if you're circumcised, you get all the fucking dick cheese. I'm like, have you ever taken a shower before?
You done ever cleaned?
You ever been washed?
Wait, so if your skin tone is quite darker or quite yellower, does that mean your dick cheese is yellow or black?
No.
I remember when we
I don't
were
think
younger,
so.
my
Wait.
one friend was like, "Do black people come black?"
I've heard that question.
That's been
that's
one
what
of
I was
those
like-
age-old questions.
I was
But
like-
then you watch porn and you find out it's just a lie.
And
Well,
you never
well,
know. They
take
could
on
be
the
injecting
inside.
their balls with white stuff deliberately just to make them call it
Every
white.
black person. is just
Conspiracy.
prepared.
Are they bleaching their sperm?
Hmm.
Is it really sperm?
No, it's white chocolate.
We're getting off this. That's enough.
Are we?
That's enough.
Are we actually?
Yes.
Okay. What are we getting on to then?
All right.
This dick. Ha
No,
All
more.
right.
I wish.
Kyle,
Yeah.
Q, you guys are artists.
No, I'm not.
It's artist corner time.
Oh boy. Tie
the fuck?
up.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave. No point me being here.
No, you can still weigh in.
Ah, yes.
Who are your biggest influences and why?
Adolf Hitler.
Thank you, Kyle.
That's
It was
my
quite-
political aspirate. I'm just
It was quite sad when he got kicked out of art school.
These things happen, man.
Artists?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a fellow named
Adolf Hitler.
Hiroshi Nagai. He's a Japanese artist, and he specializes in the art of drawing very contrasting, colorful style from the 80s and 90s style art.
You do like them 80s stuff.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
I absolutely adore his style. That's why I like to incorporate those types of colors in my drawings, because they're pretty. And if they weren't pretty to me, what's the point? I'm not doing it for fucking other people. He does it for money. I do it for myself. I don't give a fuck.
That's fair.
What about you, Kyle?
The way I draw has changed so much over the years, because I started off with like anime bullshit, and then I went on to like
Do
Western
anime
bullshit. What?
You still do anime bullshit.
More divorced from it, but
Divorced?
yes, because divorced is an actual term for these things.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
non-English
just
fucking
a
major.
reference to marriage. There are a number of them that I've really liked. Fucking one artist I know that has a good style that I've taken some notes from was Forsnail. I used to see his shit on fucking Tumblr before Tumblr went the way of no one's there anymore.
Yeah.
No more not safe for work stuff, then the app died.
Honestly, yeah. That's honestly what killed that.
Leave.
There's other ones I like too for various different reasons. Like I like Miscon tunes for the like this very simplistic cartoony shit, because I do like simplistic cartoony bullshit. I guess one of the greater artists that I guess I take a little more from would be Plague of Grapes, because he doesn't do realism, but he does things a little more like detailed, I suppose, in how he does it.
You know what I kind of hate? You know what I hate seeing? When people take anime characters and do like those hyper-realistic ones.
Oh no, I don't like
Define hyper realistic.
Well, they try to make them like as if they look like a normal person. It isn't like the whole anime style anymore.
They kind of lose their appeal.
Yeah,
somewhat.
I don't
I'm
like it when other people
fine.
say, "I fixed it."
That's the difference I have. I'm fine with people saying, I drew an anime character in like a different style. I use my own
It's
Western
my
style or
OC.
whatever, or I tried to draw them like in like
No, I don't
like
have an issue with that.
I don't
just
have a
hate it
problem
when
with
they
that.
say, "I fixed it." You don't
Yeah.
have the right to say you fixed someone else's
if
creation.
anyone
This
ever
character looked like
draws-
this in the manga. I fixed it.
if anyone ever draws a character like super off model or something and they title it with like "I fixed it" or "Here's room for her organs" or something like that, I instantly disregard it.
Like, could have
'cause-
never watched One Piece.
I'll have you know this. One Piece is still pretty good in my opinion, especially in the beginning when it was like the '90s style.
Oh yeah, I
Like that's when it was like I got Cowboy Bebop vibes from that anime in the beginning, like 100 episodes. It was that good back then.
Yeah.
Now it's,
All right.
Well, what about you, Eric?
yeah. Eric, what
I'm
about
not
you?
an artist.
So
You
Adolf
draw?
Hitler.
What?
What you draw?
I create, but I'm not an artist.
Well, there's,
Well, I'm not
where
an
do
artist
you
either.
draw
I
your
create.
inspirations
well,
from?
there's gotta be like paintings and shit out there that you look and you like.
Schindel.
I want to kind of try,
No?
try to draw that stuff.
Here's what I draw inspiration from. I see characters that don't have enough porn of them,
And I draw porn.
and I try to draw porn of them. Recently, with the prompts that me and Kyle do, I've gone away from that, where I'm like trying to flex my creative brain, where it's like, okay, what is this word? Like, okay, I did a Hotline Miami one recently. It's like, okay, how can I turn this into titties?
You took the shirt from Driver or the overcoat from Driver and just
Because Drive was
bare
ba-
naked.
Fucking Hotline Miami was based on Drive loosely.
I have an idea. I'm still gonna do it. It's just I gotta finish one thing and then I'm gonna start it.
Okay.
But I have a very good idea what I want to do. I want to just use 2 pens, black and pink or purple. Just those 2
But
colors.
here's like, I can't even remember how I questioned it, but like, who you take after, or like who inspires you.
Your inspirations and shit.
I honestly, I look at you guys. You guys are my inspiration.
Aw.
He
Because-
sees how shit you guys are.
No.
He's like, I will do better.
I done look at myself and I say, I'm kind of bland. I don't really have much to offer. So these guys like art. I gotta follow in these guys' footsteps
Gotta
because
steal
they're
their
creative
ideas.
gentlemen. So
No, I don't have any ideas to begin with.
Shut the fuck up. You're
No,
creative.
I take a look at I'm not creative at all because I take a look at pictures and I'm like, this is pretty. I'm gonna draw something similar
But that's
to that.
how art's made.
Yeah,
Eh?
that is.
You look at something and then you get inspired.
Inspired.
And I'm looking at Kyle, who's been doing this since high school, and I'm like, he's enjoying this, and he's good at it. So
I'm not.
maybe
Yeah.
shut the hey,
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck
Shut
up,
the
you
fuck
fucking
up.
you stupid
Listen.
you stupid gifted idiot.
You get paid to do art, so that's a sign you're doing good.
I suppose.
So I say, Kyle likes this. I need to find something that I can do other than just going to work every day. Because, like, I want to create something. I want to add something to this world. Even if it's just going to be swept under the rug or forgotten by the ages or forgotten by myself even. I would like to add something. I don't want to just be a consumer my whole life. Which is why I like doing the podcast, as well as why I like doing art, because I'm putting something else out there with my own spin on it. I'm not just going to work and watching Netflix or YouTube or anime or everything my entire life.
Damn way to call me out.
Tyler,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
you have the aspiration to become a cook. And listen, if I have the money means and you have the experience, drive, and all that takes to become a head chef, I will go halvesies with you on buying a restaurant.
I'd invest into it. Fuck it. I like restaurants. I'll go eat.
Kyle saw it, but I for I play D&D, and our DM tried to make like a Borderlands version of that.
I love that. I would love that.
We called it Bunkers and Badasses, and for
Based on
that,
the actual Bunkers and Badasses.
and for that he said to us like, "Oh yeah, you have to draw your own thing," which what I drew, I was actually kind of proud of.
It was pretty good.
Even though it's just a bunch of squiggly lines.
I draw a loader bot.
Out
Loader bot.
of the one thing I've actually drew in my life, I actually quite enjoyed it.
It was solid.
Honestly, like, I don't, like I said, I draw it as a hobby. I would never want it to be a job. For me, anyways. I do it to enjoy, right?
Yeah.
I like looking at my own creations. I love criticizing my own creations more than I
like
draw
looking
them.
at anime titties. That's the best art.
Hey,
I haven't drawn anime titties in a fucking while.
I only draw anime titties.
That's why I'm kind of jumping ahead on the prompts. I still got so many prompts to do, but fucking recently Eric dropped a new prompt, and I'm like, I can do this and make it porn.
What's the new one?
Couldn't you do with
Clowns.
all the prompts?
Clowns. Wow.
I mean, technically, but some of them. The thing is, I do with the prompts. I do the thing that kind of jumps into my mind and grabs me most.
And it's important, whack.
No, not a lot of more. Well, like I could easily take the Hotline Miami one and turn it into
Just
porn.
draws Joker shooting.
I
You
could,
know what you fucking.
I could easily shift a lot of this shit into porn. It's just sometimes I'll see an idea and say, that's also a good thing. I
Yeah,
can do with it.
inspiration takes over instead.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a big thing, and it's probably a thing you'll notice as you go on with drawing things. You draw for like these purposes or because you like doing these things, but then as you're doing it, you're gonna say, I still enjoy doing this, but I really want to try something else as well. It's kind of why
focus on the scenery instead of the actual porn.
I mean, I did that.
That's what I'm trying to do now too. I'm actually trying to draw backgrounds and stuff.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's
like,
part of the evolution.
For the one prompt that I'm trying to work on now, I was trying to start to do it today, and then I just kind of got pissed off because like I couldn't get it quite right, so I just put it down. And that's another thing too.
I'm doing the exact opposite as
Staying-
you. So
Here's the next question: how do you stay motivated?
how do I?
I don't.
Me? I just feel like, okay, gaming's boring. There's no new anime or videos to watch. Time to draw. Let's go.
Honestly,
That's what I do.
my motivation is incredibly fleeting, especially because like it's either I've got a bunch of things I want to do and I'm trying to do them or trying to get them going, or I have none to do and I don't know what I want to do. Typically, the way I do it is usually it's at night because when it's at night I'm like I don't want to bother starting up a video game and getting sucked into it for like hours because it's like 1 a.m. and reasons that don't actually make sense. But I'll start doing something, and if I start getting into a drawing, that I get kind of motivated just by feeling like this is working. I feel like today is one of those days where I can actually put something good out.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, if something doesn't work at first, then motivation dies real quick.
I don't have that with like drawing and stuff, but I have that kind of relationship with gaming. Because I'm always scared to actually start playing a game. Because
Yeah.
I know as soon as I actually start getting into it, someone's going to come through that door and be like, oh, hey, we need you. And it's just going to ruin the mood.
I feel that.
I have been getting this urge to play games like Ark or Minecraft or something like that and like live streaming it. Because I feel like it'd just be interesting, and say if someone joins, like chat with them while I'm doing it, kind of deal.
Set up an OnlyFans account.
We've been telling him to.
I had
Get
a
all
bank
that-
account, man. I would.
Get a grinder account. Better yet. That's how
Listen.
you make money.
We're listening.
I don't know if I ever said this on podcast, but I would consider myself bi-curious. Like I would be down to date a guy, but it has to be like a spur of the moment kind of thing. But I have been debating on whether to download Grindr or not.
Gay. We love you, Tyler.
Tyler will love you if you're gay or bi or
But
tranny
listen,
or whatever.
Just not that love.
Here's my big issue with it. I did this for like 30 minutes. I'm on Tinder, obviously, 'cause I swipe on them hoes, you know?
Yeah.
I put it to everyone by mistake. I came back to my phone like 40 minutes later, like 50 matches, or 50 people liked me, and they were all guys.
Well, that's the thing too. Guys are fucking horny. Guys are horny 24/7. Like,
much, yeah.
if you ever think you're lonely in this world,
No, there's a guy.
guys, just fucking dudes.
Because like, even after I switched it back to female, the male likes were still there. So as I was swiping, they were still in the pool.
Like, here's the thing, though. Like, if you look at historically, because I'm the history nerd here, ancient Greece, women were only there to reproduce, whereas guys were there for...
They just fucked because they could.
They're like...
The
What's that
boys.
chat meme?
The boys.
It's like, where's the meme where it's like the freaking virgin is like, hey, wanna get married? Okay. Guys be like the chads be like, yo, I'm horny, you wanna fuck? Yeah.
Fucking, it reminds me of this one of I remember hearing a few like stories, like probably Reddit stories, I think they were, or whatever. It's like people being blackmailed or whatever. It's like, oh, I've got your fucking nudes or whatever, and it's like, send me money or I'm gonna post them on gay dating websites, and person's like, I don't have the money to give, so do your worst, you know, nothing I can do about it. And so person posts their nudes and shit on like up on a fucking profile for them on a dating website, and they're only and they just get a bunch of likes from a bunch of dudes. It's like, yeah, so a lot of people liked it, so I guess that feels good. It's okay.
It's fucking flattering.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, like, I've been hit on by a couple of gay dudes before, and like,
I wouldn't even be mad.
I'm a straight gentleman, so like, and I'm not gonna be like, ugh, fucking gay. I'm
Fuck
like,
it.
alright, listen, my door doesn't swing that way, but I'm flattered. Thank you.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing, right? It's
Hey,
like
if someone compliments you, why?
a compliment's a compliment, you
Yeah,
know.
exactly. Why reject
yeah,
it?
like
Especially
I'm sure
when
you're a
it's-
nice guy. You're gonna find somebody. I got a lot of emotional baggage. I'm also not gay, but
I'm very flattered.
listen, you could find somebody way better.
Yeah. The only thing I ever worry about is the idea that like a gay person would be into me and I just wouldn't pick up on it despite how obvious they're probably being about it.
You fucking
And
grabbing
the
your
worst-
chunk and everything.
The worst time, because I don't go to social events, I don't do social things, so I don't talk to people, let alone gay people, especially the ones who are interested in me. But I remember one time when we went to fucking Jack's and we were at the bar, I forget if it was you or you, but one of you was at the bar talking to some dude and you just introduced me to him, and the first thing I thought in my completely wasted mind is this person gay? Is this man gay? Is this man gay? Is this man like interested?
I think
don't
that.
want to be weird.
Listen, I'm sorry. I think that was me, but I think he was talking to me like a lot, and he was like, he wouldn't leave me alone. So I was like, "Here's my friend Kyle."
I wouldn't be surprised. That's honestly how the night was going. Like, we would randomly drift apart and do weird shit or our own thing, and then we'd randomly drift together, like, yo, what's up? I don't know. And then we'd drift apart again. I remember fucking Eric sitting there, it's like, Kyle, you're gonna ask one of these women to dance. I'm like, I don't want to. Tyler leans in, Kyle, you're gonna ask one of these women to dance.
That's the funniest thing too. Like, Tyler was absent at this point as well. He just came out of the fray. And
He just appeared. It's like he appeared from the fucking mist, and he's like, "You're gonna fucking ask one of these women to
Well,
dance,
listen.
bitch."
When we went to Jack's, my entire being was set on one goal. Was to
Getting
get
pussy.
these two to dance with some girls.
I tried, and then her friends came, and I got scared.
the thing is, I was asking girls to dance, and they're like, "No, I got friends around," and like, "Okay." And then I just started dancing, and then like other people came up, and I was like, "Ugh, people," and then I left.
Did you get on like the fucking like
Yeah, I
this
stood on
thing? He's just going like
this stupid bar that we went to, this god awful bar that we went to. We're gonna go back once COVID's over. But like this god awful bar, they had like stools to stand on when you were dancing, and somehow I managed to get a spot like on top of it, and I was like, woo!
You see, and that's the thing. I tried to ask one girl to dance, and it didn't fucking work. Because I'm gonna be honest, even being wasted, I was not interested in most of the women there.
The thing is, too, like, I could go to a bar with the sole purpose of, like, maybe finding a girl, and then I would be like, okay, I need to get, like, semi-drunk to talk to people, and then I get flat-out hammered, and then the whole night's just a write-off.
Yeah, pretty much. But, like, I tried with one girl, didn't work. And then I just spent the rest of it, like, meeting random dudes and being like, yo, bro, how's it going? Just, like, go to
What
the pool.
if a guy was hitting on you at that point?
What?
What if a guy was hitting you at that point? Because there was a couple of gay guys
We didn't
there.
have enough long interactions for that to actually happen. It was because I've told this on the podcast before. I would walk up to the pool table and see, like, some dudes playing pool.
Right.
And I'd be like, all right, bro, sink that shit. And he'd fucking hit it. And he'd sink some of the things, and he'd go like, woo, and he'd turn around, and I'd just be standing there, so we'd fucking do the handshake shake out.
That's the thing with, like, standard, like, if people aren't out there looking for fights, those are, like, the only exception. If fucking dude bros are drunk, they're all bros with everybody.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had a bad interaction with, like, other just drunk dudes. We're like, gay, straight, bi, no matter what race, if we're fucking hammered,
We're all friends here.
That's just it. Like, I've like walked home from like parties and bars and stuff, and it's like me and some random dude are hugging and shit, and it's like, hey, you're gonna ace this test tomorrow or whatever.
I was like that at fucking Tyler's party. I was friends with everyone
You're
there.
Tyler.
Black Tyler.
Okay.
No, that's just kind of the mood those things go to. You're all just drunk. You're all fucking idiots. You're just like, hey, bro.
Tyler!
Tyler.
Tyler!
Fuck off.
Okay.
He gave me an N-word pass.
I said nega, like Eggman.
Stop!
Nega. N-E-G-A!
Tyler.
Fucking hell. I remember, like, the only bad time that I had at, like, a bar with some other dude bro, but this dude bro was fucking sober. He wasn't drinking at all. I was there with, like, some of my homies that were girls that I was, like, talking to at the time. Like, they were friends of mine and friends of my other friends. We went to a party, or we went to fucking Jack's. It's always fucking Jack's.
It's always Jack's.
Because that's like the fucking, like the nightclub of fun.
It's lowbrow.
We went
like
to
anyone goes there.
We went to fucking Jack's for one of my friend's birthdays, and like, I was there with my other friends. I'm like, I'm always the party dad when it comes to like actually going out to places. If it's at my house, I'm fucking hammered. But if it's at like somewhere else, it's like, okay, don't throw up here, don't throw up there. Everybody eats and everybody gets home. But like my one friend, me and her were just kind of talking. She's also like kind of a party mom.
Mm-hmm.
We always kind of like vibe that way.
Smooch.
No, I would never.
Put a ring on it.
I would have.
Listen.
It's the girl I'm thinking about.
I could never. She's too good of a friend. But
That's how you should marry me.
some dude came over and like groped her ass and then kind of walked by and was like, "Hey man, how's it going?" And he shook my hand. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not too bad, are you?" And I was like, "Good." And then he walked away and she was like, "That guy grabbed my ass." And I saw-
entered into his autistic rage.
I saw him later, and he came over to try to shake my hand again, and I was like, "Fuck you!" And he just kind of like staggered back. He's like, "What the fuck? Where did that come from?"
Words of power.
I wasn't gonna do anything other than that about it because I was in the. He caught me at a bad time too. I was like trying to find all my other drunk friends that were like on other ends of the bar. Like some were throwing up outside trying to get in.
That's why I don't. That's why I can't be a fucking the party dad with that kind of shit because I'd probably be too busy.
You're
with
the
a
one
bunch
that's
of
throwing
shit.
up.
Exactly. That's one of the things, but it's like I would totally get caught in a bad point.
I've carried both of you home.
Yeah, and you've seen what happens when I get fucking drunk and other people get involved. I start fights.
It's fun though. I always have good stories to walk away with.
I don't remember them.
See, I did stuff like that once, and I think it is with Owen, because he invited me out with
You
a
were the
couple of
Hobbs.
boys. And we had Jack's, Frogs, some other bars, but like honestly, like I wasn't feeling anything. Like I was like, I
You
prefer
just
to
don't
stay.
get drunk.
Well, I prefer to stay
Too
sober.
expensive to get drunk.
That too.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I'm small.
Unless you go
Fuck
to...
you.
Yeah, you're fucking you can always tell he's more drunk than we get because we're bigger than him.
Unless you go to Jack's on a Tuesday, then they got the $2 Jaeger bomb
But
shots.
who the fuck goes to a bar on a Tuesday? You're a fucking psycho.
We did!
People don't have anything.
Yeah. How do you think I know they have $2 Jaeger bombs?
Oh yeah,
Is
I
that why
told
we
you
had
guys.
so many fucking Jaeger
Yeah.
Bro, that fucking night, I had so many Jaeger bombs, and at the end of the night, I'm sitting there like, is this safe? Am I going to die?
Why is everything
Heart
in slow
explodes.
motion?
Jaeger bombs are alright. I remember some bad nights with Jaeger bombs.
I only
Oh,
ever
I
had
bet.
2. The night at Jack's and that one night where I want to say it was either Liam or someone who brought Jaeger over here.
Yeah.
That might have been because he
Stop saying his fucking name.
We can't say his name.
No, he hasn't been on the podcast. We done got a policy.
Policy.
I know. Oh, it's a fucking standard name. Well, how many people like that are in London? How
A
many?
name is
mutual
Lionel Johnson, the
degenerate that has worked with us. How's that for?
Not
Mr.
that
Ken?
one. You just narrowed it down more for unedited podcast. It's locked.
I noticed.
There you go.
He's gonna go puke.
Yeah, on you. Come here,
No.
big boy.
Hurry
Open
up,
your
I
mouth.
I'd probably deserve it, honestly, after what I did to
I
AJ.
done gotta make a big pee pee.
Poo poo.
Big pee pee poo poo.
Yeah. No, like I can't seem to enjoy those types of settings, to be honest. Things I like the most is like our session right now.
Yeah.
Chilling with a couple friends, drinking,
I
having a good time.
loved Eric's birthday party.
The thing is,
Yes.
though, like, settings like that are only super enjoyable when you're already, like, fucking hammered.
Yeah.
And, like...
That's why you got
hammered.
pre-drink before you get there.
Yeah, if you go to a bar, you have to already be, like, kind of tipsy when you're going there. Because, like, I don't really like bars either. I'm the same as you. I'd rather prefer this. It's just, like, sometimes you want something different.
You want something new.
But, like, still, at the same time, I just like chilling with the boys more because I don't have to worry about getting home. I don't have to worry about some asshole there, like, trying
Money, socializing.
to... Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way that we did it because a lot of the people go to the bars at like fucking 10 o'clock and that's when they're already packed and you have to like pay to get in and you get ID'd like twice. We get ID'd like 4 times. We went there at like maybe 9 and like we were just kind of chilling there. We were the only people there for a while and we were just like pre-drinking there. And like we didn't have to pay like $10 to get in.
Man, I just remember when we went to Jack's, I fucking bought food there because I was really hungry.
Yeah.
It was not good.
And you can't buy food when it's like fucking packed and like getting a booth. We had a booth the whole night that we were there.
Yeah.
You know how fucking hard that is?
I remember you fucking looking out the window going, blood, blood.
Yeah, oh my god, I was so fucking drunk.
He would do blood on his hands, and legit, as people were walking by, he stared down going, blood, blood.
Because I was dressed in red. I had to do it. I had to do it to them. If they were gonna do, if they were gonna do something about it, they had to get in the bar.
You see some guy
You just
fucking
get
come
fucking
bursting
capped
in
by
all blue.
You get capped by a real crip.
Or are we talking about Smurf warfare?
Yeah,
No.
fuck yeah, man. I'd fuck Smurfette. Anyway, I gotta take a piss.
I too would fuck fake women.
Oh, that's pretty gay.
2D, bestie.
2D
3D
is bestie. 3D is yucky.
Yeah, I know.
3D
Do you
is
know what
yucky.
3D PD stands for?
No.
3D pig disgusting.
3D.
Is that like a genuine thing, or is that some shit you came up with?
That's a thing.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
apparently.
know that. I don't know, man. I prefer 4-dimensional.
I
Where you can
prefer
see
the-
X-rays.
I saw a meme. I saw a hentai meme where it's like, if you pressed it wasn't even a hentai meme. It was like a diagram, like a doctoral diagram. It was like, if you press the caption was like, if you press the clitoris and the G-spot together, it screenshots the inside of the pussy. So I was like, oh, that's a good reference.
I gotta test that out next time.
just give it a test. Yeah.
Oh, honk.
Fucking picture comes out of the pussy.
It's all wet and like
She just
drenched.
fucking spits it out like bruh.
What the fuck did you just do?
Like a goddamn Polaroid. Except it's a Polaroid.
Actually, because we're in Canada, I actually don't know.
Relax.
I have never been to a strip club in Canada, but like, how do you pay strippers here? Because
Yeah,
in
give
the
them
States,
cash over.
You throw. No, listen. You
You
get.
ain't gotta like it because the hood gon' love it. Hey!
You get all your loonies, you get all your toonies, you put them in your pocket. As she's dancing on the stripper pole, bitch!
no, because like I'm thinking, right? I'm thinking in
Are
States.
we talking about strip clubs?
Yes,
Yeah.
because I haven't been to a Canadian strip club. But okay, I am not going to a greasy joint. Okay, but like,
Oh,
Hey,
so,
they all are.
yeah,
We only have the
all right,
finest
fair enough.
cum-stained floors in
Fair
this
enough.
place.
But like, I'm thinking, right? Because in the States,
You got like your $1 and $2
yeah,
bills.
you got $1 bills, and you just go like, you just put it on your hands, and you just slap that bitch out, you know, like a printer. But like here, like I was joking around. I was like, do you get loonies and toonies and just shove them in their butt cracks like a fucking juke
slot machine.
Yeah, like a slot machine. You just grab a
Nah,
toonie
you
or
You
Yeah.
just grab your debit card and just swipe it on their ass.
Being serious, you typically like say like a 5 and higher. You just hold it out. They'll do something cute and they'll just take it.
They'll do something cute, like, I don't know, show you their asshole.
Basically.
Oh, it's pretty sweet. I've never had a girl fart on me before.
Wait, girls
I'm so
fart?
glad.
No.
No.
I
So
was
was it
just
a
kidding.
girl?
I was just kidding.
It was a guy.
Yeah,
It was a guy.
I saw.
I saw the bulge.
I saw the bulge. It was either a dick or a really fat pussy.
Really fat. No,
It was a-
It wasn't gay. I was drunk. I swear.
But when they took off the lingerie, I could no longer see. It was dark.
Hey, he did have big titties, all right.
I didn't know if it was the dick or the finger that went in my ass. It was straight. I swear.
I don't know if it was my dick or her dick.
We were wearing socks. It was okay.
We didn't make eye contact, and I put a bag over, presumably her head.
The balls didn't touch.
They were swinging, but they did not touch.
They were clacking off thighs, but they didn't touch each other.
Ah, yes.
It was straight.
Straight as an arrow.
How fucking far in are we?
An hour and 18 minutes.
That's not that bad.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty Gucci, man.
What do you guys think about those T-shirts that are sold at like Walmart and Hot Topic and fucking Spencer's and shit, where like they come with like an old design on them, like it just says Star Wars on them, but it's already faded.
I hate that.
Used.
What's the
Used.
point?
The point is that it looks already old and worn in.
But that
But
there's
It
when
no
looks
it
like a
actually-
Star Wars shirt
when it
that was
gets
made back
actually-
in the day.
When it actually gets old and worn in, it's gonna look terrible.
I've
It's
never
just-
understood the fashion that already looks like it's old.
It's just an excuse to save money. We aren't saving money. People who make it are saving money.
Yeah,
We're
The
still
people who are making it,
yeah.
they're bastards.
they're fucking bastards.
They probably pay like $1 at most to make that shirt, while they fucking sell it for like $30.
Yeah,
Capitalism.
I think that's how most shirts are made, honestly.
Shirts are cheap to make if you know how to make them cheap.
Yeah, that is how cheapness works.
Indeed. Look at Apple.
Rotten to the core.
Yep. Rotten to the core.
Steve Jobs is dead.
Beef Jobbins is dead.
Jobs.
I miss not crazy Kanye, but at the same time, Kanye was always crazy.
The cray-cray Kanye.
Can I be honest for a second?
No.
Sure.
I watch videos of people, like, they always say, like, who do they think is, like, the greatest of all time? They always say Kanye,
The greatest of all time of what?
like, rap.
Everything.
Oh.
But I'm sitting here, like, I just don't see it. Honestly, if
Yeah.
anything, I think Kanye's overrated.
Honestly, here's me too. I'm a Kanye fan, and I can say, yeah, he is pretty overrated. He's got a lot. Here's the thing, though. He has a lot of good albums, but
But
like,
on those albums, he probably only has actually a few good songs.
true. But there's like some albums that are like they've got like really good songs on the entirety of them. Like My Dark Twisted Fantasy, all of them are really good. Life of Pablo was okay, but I can say, yeah, he is pretty overrated. Graduation was okay. That's the thing. He puts out a lot of stuff. He's got a lot of good songs simply because, like, the same reason that Stephen King is good. He puts out a lot of stuff, but another thing too that's killing him is a lot of people are not able to separate the artist from the human, and he's done a lot.
He's barely a human. He's just crazy.
Yeah, he's fucking insane. He's fucking crazy.
Because people are feeding into his delusion that he's like a god.
No, they aren't even seeing him as a god. He's just destroying himself. Like, this whole presidential election, I'm pretty sure that's kind of well over tipped off by now, that it's definitely not going to happen.
Well, because
there
when
were
he
any
actually
illusions
set that
before-
up, he missed the actual window where
Yeah.
he can actually get elected. So even if people vote for him in the one place he fucking rallied, it won't actually happen.
He's just crazy. And I think that that's why a lot of people like him too, because he is just crazy. That's kind of why not the like Kanye, but the artist Kanye. That's why I like him, because he'll put out fucking anything, and a lot of the time some shit'll stick and some stuff won't, but it's good when it does stick, because like out of every album he's ever put out, I've liked at least 2 songs. I don't know if I can say that for every other artist that I've listened to.
Well, when it comes to Kanye, there's only very few songs that I actually know. You got the one with Daft Punk. I don't know what you labeled it. I think just harder or stronger. Or whatever.
Stronger.
I like that one. The one Gold Digger with Jamie Foxx.
Mhm.
I think that was Kanye.
Everybody loves that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
People were really shocked by Jamie Foxx's performance.
Jamie
no one-
Foxx is a good singer.
Yeah, because no one knew he was a singer. Because you didn't take it seriously. Because he was just a comedian.
And an actor.
Yeah, an actor.
Django is my favorite movie. I fucking love Django.
I love Django. What's the other songs? Edwards in Paris.
Thank you.
He sings that with Jay-Z, which is a pretty good song.
Yep.
Jay-Z was my favorite zombie video game.
No one man should have all that power. I like
Power.
that song.
Power.
What power?
The power that no one man should have all of it.
What power is that?
The power.
The
I love that at the beginning of Saints Row 3. It like, it
That's the
perfectly
reason I know it.
fits that moment.
Yeah.
Saints
Other
Row
than
3.
that, I don't know any of the songs.
Saints Row series?
Alright,
you mean the
after-
better Grand Theft Auto series?
Yeah?
After
'Cause it
this
had
podcast
personality?
ends, I'm going to enlighten you on some of my favorite Kanye songs.
Well, there's that Skinhead one.
Black
Fellas
Skinhead.
in Paris.
Black Skinhead's really good.
I like Black Skinhead, but I've listened to it a lot while wasted.
You're welcome.
Yeah, just walking home from fucking McDonald's and suddenly Black Skinhead starts playing from the
My
side.
fucking eyes are glazed over. I'm stumbling everywhere. It's like.
I liked a song where it goes, Nigerian fellows in Paris.
Yes, we mentioned that one.
Love Lockdown.
Love Lockdown's pretty good.
Lockdown Under Siege.
Have you heard Homecoming?
No.
We're listening to Homecoming after this. How much longer? What time we got?
We got 1:25.
Let's end it. What song are we singing? I'm asking you, Kyle.
All right.
Your love lockdown. Your love lockdown. Your love lockdown.
What about Heartless by Kanye?
Nah, I think Tyler did a good enough job.
You're gonna have to like boost that shit a lot because I didn't.
No, we gotta have a proper song, a proper loud song. All of us singing. What song do we all know?
ISIS national anthem.
Someone
Welcome to the Cum Zone.
Only come inside, anime girl.
Can you really even consider that a fucking song?
Quivering clit.
Double
yeah.